The Battle of Hazebrouck, 1723. The Swedish Empire, formerly a great power and in control of vast swaths of land all along the Baltic coast, has fallen into chaos with the death of King Charles XII in 1718. The anti-Swedish alliance begins to seize valuable ports along the Baltic, while the Swedish Empire is embroiled in its own civil war after Frederick I attempts to steal the throne from his wife, Queen Ulrika Eleonora. By 1722, Queen Ulrika's forces, led by an Icelandic native, General Axel Gislason, and more commonly known by his moniker, the Siberian, has pushed Frederick I's armies deep into Finland. Meanwhile, in France, King Louis XV has turned 13 years old, and the regency of Philip II of Burgundy has ended. The newly crowned teenager, eager to make a name for himself and live up to the legacy of his father, King Louis the Great, declares war on the weakened Swedish Empire and begins mustering an army under the command of Duke Sheen IX of Lorraine. Knowing that the war-ravaged Swedish Empire is not able to sustain a long campaign against another great power, Queen Ulrika recalls the Siberians' army from Finland, leaving only a token defense force there. In a bold move, the small but highly professional Swedish forces embark at night and sail in secret to the French town of Calais. In a desperate gamble, the Siberian force marches his troops south, hoping to quickly capture Paris and prevent a protracted engagement. As news of the Swedish invasion reaches young King Louis XV, he panics and recalls Duke Sheen IX, giving him command of the Paris Guard and ordering him to delay the Swedish forces as best he can. Duke Sheen IX marches north, seeking a position to defend against the Swedish invaders. Finally, on July 13, 1723, the Swedes, in enemy territory and moving quickly, are surprised when their scouts report a French force to their front, just outside of the town of Hazebrouck. Thinking it a small militia, the Siberians' generals advance, believing they will easily sweep aside the French forces. Meanwhile, Duke Sheen IX hastily prepares his defenses. The Battle of Hazebrouck begins.